Good morning, I'm Laurel and welcome back to my channel. I've had great success on WW, formerly known as Weight Watchers, and my goal is to motivate and encourage you in your own wellness journey, WW or otherwise. Today I'm showing you what I eat in a normal day. I follow WW Green and I currently am in weight loss mode. I get 30 points a day and 28 weekly points. I work from home, so I have the added challenge of constant snack temptations, but it's absolutely something you can overcome. It takes practice and planning. One of the biggest things I do to prevent myself from snacking throughout the day is planning snacks throughout the day. I meal prep, and in my meal prep I make lunch and I make a snack. Every day lunch is around 11:30 and I know that snack is somewhere between 2 and 3. So knowing that I have a snack prepared and pre-tracked really helps keep me from going into the kitchen and grabbing whatever I want. I also set rules for myself. So when I'm working, I only sit right here. I sit nowhere else in the house. At lunchtime, I can sit at the kitchen table or I can sit on the back patio. A lot of times I still just sit here. But once that clock hits 4 o'clock, I can sit anywhere I want. That really has helped me work from home, stay productive, and keep me from snacking. And I don't know why, but it does keep me out of the kitchen. This morning in my coffee, I have a Premier Protein Cake Batter Delight Shake for 2 points, 1 scoop of collagen powder for 0 points. Normally a protein shake and the collagen powder together, which is about 40 grams of protein, can keep me going until about 11:30. So my breakfast is 2 points. My break is over and it's time to get back to work. I'll see you a bit later. For lunch today, I have this week's meal prep, which is fettuccine alfredo for 6 points, sauteed shrimp for 1 point, broccoli for 0, and unsweetened applesauce with a little bit of orange Kool-Aid for 0. And that brings my lunch total to 7 points. So unfortunately, I don't have a video for this week's meal prep. I tried to film it, and I decided I was going to try something different, and it failed miserably to the point where nothing was salvageable. So I'm going to, in the future, when I try new things, try fewer new things at the same time as opposed to a ton of new things all at once, because that didn't go well. If any of you follow me on WW Connect, you saw my lamenting of losing the footage and being unable to get a meal prep out to you guys. So instead, I actually made this same meal, but a little different. I made this same meal and posted a recipe video. I'll link that in the card here. So in that recipe video, I make the same Alfredo and the same noodles. The only difference really with this meal and the meal that I posted a recipe for is this meal is using shrimp and the recipe I posted is meatballs. This shrimp is super easy. I just saute it with garlic until it's cooked. That's it. Super easy. This is delicious. It's really quick. So hopefully I don't have any more meal prep snafus. Now, I don't always meal prep every week. I'm sure you've noticed that I meal prep 6 meals, and most of the time I do eat all 6. but a lot of times I'll only eat 5 and I leave one in the freezer and then I meal prep for the next week. So I accumulate some extra meal preps, and then some weeks, if I have 5 meal preps in the freezer already, I won't make a new meal prep, and I call that rerun week. I have yet to figure out what I'm going to do on the channel during rerun week. I currently only have 2 reserves in the freezer at the moment. So I'm gonna eat. I'm kind of excited. I have another video coming up. The recipe video that I just mentioned is actually uploading in about 10 minutes. I'm doing my best to work a week ahead for videos because I stayed up last night until 2 a.m. trying to edit the video that's going up today, and I can't sustain that. I work a full-time job. I have a 4-year-old. I also have a 17-year-old. I just can't sustain 2 full-time jobs going until like 2 in the morning and working on 3 hours of sleep. So the vlog that I'm filming today is actually not going to go up until next week. Okay, I'm really hungry. It's like almost 1 o'clock and I haven't eaten yet. It's been a really, really busy day. Time to go pick up Ben from preschool and gonna run out the door. Gotta get something from the snack wall. Something for Benny. These Built Bar Coconut Almond Protein Balls are 3 points per protein ball. There are 2 in this package, so that is 6 points for this delicious snack. If you want to pick up some Built Bars for yourself and get 10% off your order, go ahead and click the link in my description and use the code LaurelAdele. You'll get 10% off of your order, and I'll get a very small commission that will help me grow this channel some more. Not Tuesday without a trip to Starbucks. Today I got what Benny and I refer to as a purple drink. This is a venti unsweetened passion tea with sugar-free vanilla syrup and a splash of soy milk. I usually get a splash of oat milk, but they were out of oat milk. A splash of soy gives a very similar flavor to the oat milk. It's nice and creamy, creamier than the coconut or the almond milk, and that's what I want for this. I usually judge a splash as about a 1/4 cup, so I tracked this as a 1/4 cup of plain soy milk, which is 1 point. By the way, those protein balls are delicious. They are higher in points than regular Built protein bars, but they're a combination of protein and healthy fats, which will actually keep you satiated longer because healthy fats are a lasting fuel source. If you have the points to spare for them in your day, definitely get those. They're filled with nut butter. I mean, come on, nut butter. I love it. They were so good. I want more, but I don't want to eat 6 more points of things. You think somebody's hungry? For dinner tonight, I'm making air-fried pork chops. I have 4 6-ounce pork chops in this bag, and I'm gonna put together a really quick, albeit unnecessary, marinade for them, because why not? If I can get Pub out of the way. So for this marinade, I'm just doing 1 tablespoon of buttermilk powder and 1 tablespoon of ranch powder. I'll be honest, I'm not sure if this is gonna do anything. To that, I'm gonna add 2 tablespoons of water and get that mixed together so that it's all kind of emulsified. And then to this, I'm gonna add some lemon juice. 1 tablespoon of lemon juice, 2 tablespoons of lemon juice. We need the acid to help cut through the meat. And 1 clove of garlic. For this garlic paste, 1 clove is 1 teaspoon. Now I'm just gonna add this to this bag and massage everything together so that all of it's coated. And then I'll just let this sit in the refrigerator until Matt gets home. He should be getting home in about a half an hour. In the fridge. So to preheat my air fryer, I just air fry it for like 4 minutes. And that usually does the trick. So let's make a breading assembly line. I'm not doing anything crazy. I'm gonna put egg whites in this bowl and season them. Make sure you season every stage. And I'm gonna put panko breadcrumbs in this bowl, also with seasoning. Because I don't actually know how much I need, I think I'm gonna do a half cup of panko and kind of hope that I don't use all of it. And I'm just gonna I'll do a 1/4 cup of egg whites also. So I am not by any means good at air frying things. I'm terrible at breading assemblies. I, for some reason, understand the wet hand, dry hand method, but I have the inability to execute it. So I'm just kind of flying by the seat of my pants here. So I want to make sure that both of these are seasoned the same way with the same thing because I want that seasoning to come through. So I'm using Weber's Garlic Parmesan Seasoning Blend. I don't track for this, even though it has Parmesan in it. So I'm just going to do, that looks like a tablespoon in both. And that seasoning blend isn't particularly salty, so I'm gonna add a little bit of salt to both. Mix up the dry first. Let's put onion powder in too. I definitely need more seasoning this, but I don't want to use up all of my garlic parmesan. I love to put that on broccoli. That should be fine. Hey, these are ready for my pork chops. And also probably, you know, making club fingers. So, you're supposed to do wet hand, dry hand. So wet. Shake off the excess. And then it goes in. I have already failed wet hand, dry hand. Just getting in here and pressing it in. Again, this may not be the right way to do it, but this is the way I'm doing it. And I'm only doing one pass through both. I only have room in my air fryer for 2, so I'm gonna get these in. They're going to go, I'm not sure what they're gonna go on for. I'll let you know. For a side today, I'm making this Twisted Flavor Company Moroccan-inspired fruity flavor couscous. The flavor profile for my dinner tonight is just all over the place. So this package says that it's 1 serving, but it kind of feels like a lot more than 1 serving. So I'm counting this as 2 servings. So the whole pack of this is 11 points, but each serving, if I were to cut it in half, it comes out to 5 and 5. So that's what we're gonna count, 5 and 5. I'm curious about how this tastes. Ooh, that smells good. The instructions say to add 2/3 of a cup of water. I'm actually gonna add 2/3 of a cup of chicken stock. Even though this is vegetarian, I'm un-vegetarianing it. I'm not doing that on purpose. I just really like the way couscous tastes with chicken stock. this microwave for 2 minutes. So I air fried these at 390 for 6 minutes on each side. Keep in mind that everybody's air fryer is different. When I pulled these, they temped at 145, and while they sit, they're going to continue cooking. So by the time you're ready to eat them, they'll probably be at 150, 155, which honestly may be a little overcooked for a pork chop, but that's okay. I have 2 more in the air fryer right now. There's only 2 of us tonight, so those are gonna be leftovers. 6 ounces of uncooked pork chop is 4 points, and I'm pretty sure there's about an ounce of fat on each of these that need to be cut off, but I'm still counting 4 points. I didn't count the marinade, but I am counting the breadcrumbs. I have about 2 tablespoons of panko on each pork chop. So overall, the pork and the breadcrumbs are 5 points, and the couscous, which is finishing up, is also 5 points. And here is dinner tonight. The couscous is 5 points, and the pork chop with the panko breadcrumbs comes out to 5 points. In total, this is a 10-point dinner. Well, it is fall, and I want pumpkin pie. So I am making something that resembles pumpkin pie. I am starting with a cup of Jell-O sugar-free vanilla pudding. This is 2 points. And I have a can of pumpkin. I've already put it into a container. I'm gonna put like a 1/4 cup of pumpkin. And that's 0 points. A dash of nutmeg, a dash of cinnamon, and a dash of ginger. And a very small pinch of black pepper. I know it sounds weird, but my annual pumpkin pie recipe has black pepper in it. So mix this all together. And in lieu of a crust, I have edible cookie dough that I made. This was part of my meal prep this week. I'll link the recipe in the description that I used to make this. I split it into 3 servings, and each serving is 3 points. So I just have it in the bottom of a mason jar, and I'm gonna add my pumpkin pie pudding right on top. Chocolate chip, cookie dough, pumpkin pie parfait, whatever you want to call it. It's 3 points for the cookie dough on the bottom, 2 points for the pudding, so that makes this a 5-point dessert. And that's all I'm having for today. I'd love for you to go ahead and check out this video that shows how I made the fettuccine alfredo for lunch today. I am sitting at 31 out of 30 points for my day. I really appreciate you spending time with me. I can't wait to see you again next time.